Alright, hey y'all, so I'm back. I'm here with another video. So we are here for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 10 episode. I don't know, but let's get into it. So we start off with, I don't got my notes in front of me. Pause. We start off, okay, with Kyle going over to, and guess whose house we're going to? Camille's house, okay? If y'all don't know, Camille was on the first couple of seasons. Was she on the first couple of seasons or did she come later? Regardless, at one point in time, she was on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Camille was married to, is it Letterman that she was? No, not Letterman. Kelly Grammer. No, Kelsey Grammer. I believe that's who she was married to. I believe so. I'm almost positive that's who she was married to. Regardless of the situation. Yeah, I think that's who she was married to. Anyway, she was married to him, so she a rich white woman with a whole bunch of money, right? Okay, cool. Now, when Camille was on this show, and I'm sorry I'm using like a flip-flop because I like to get my frustration out that way. But again, so when, yeah, like I said, when she was on the show before, she wasn't very much liked a lot. You know, people had a lot of problems with her because she ran her mouth a little bit too much. So anyway, Kyle comes over and she's talking to her, and pretty much all this was is Camille begging to be back on the show. That's all it was. For her to be back on the show, she has to be cool with some of the girls. She can't just come on. She can't be on the show no more because she's not cool with anybody. Nobody fucks with her for real. So for her to be on the show, of course, you're going to have to come and kiss Kyle ass first, and then she's going to have to go around and make her rounds and try to make amends. Kind of like how Nene did this past season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's kind of what Camille is doing. So Camille is saying that she apologizing for saying this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. Kyle says fine. So then we move over to Denise and Lisa. So Denise and Lisa go out to eat. Now this conversation pretty much went like this. In summary, because I ain't going to go away from her. Lisa pretty much was saying pretty much to Denise that the girls as a whole don't really understand why the whole situation about the kids was brought up. And Lisa made completely very good points. If it wasn't that big of a deal, you should have left it between you and your daughter. And they showed twice that she brought it up. That's true. Then she also said, I don't understand why this is a big deal because you yourself have talked about, you know, your husband's penis and a whole bunch of other sexual things. And at the end of the day, this is a TV show. And I know they've watched this TV show. So if they've seen you said that and they've seen you say this, then this threesome thing is not that big of a deal. And I agree with all of those points, Lisa. I agree with all of those points. Like I said, if this was outside of the context of a TV show, I can understand where Denise was coming from. But with this being in the context of a TV show, girl, you cannot shelter them kids. They watch this show. They know who their daddy is. They know about his antics. It's just that simple. However, what I didn't agree with was the whole point about them bringing it up, or her bringing it up. Yeah, so she brought it up twice. But the point of the matter is, if she does not want to talk about it no more, right? And y'all keep bringing it up, and she says she's not mad. Whether or not it's true, y'all need to, almost had a fly, y'all, my bad. Y'all need to let it go. That's what needs to happen. It needs to be let go, okay? And I think that's part of what Denise was trying to say. Okay, you want to know what? I might have brought it up, but now at this point, I want to let it go. I don't want to talk about it anymore, and y'all keep bringing it up as a point of contention. Lisa did bring up another good point, too. The fact that your husband is always around and always got something to say. He needs to shut his mouth and be quiet. Okay? All right, and then finally, something else I wanted to point out that Lisa said. Lisa said that she feels like Denise is using this show to refix her image from last season. Hold on, y'all. Oh shit, it was a damn it. I almost had it. It's just a little bit itty bitty fruit fly. It's pissing me off. But she said pretty much, yeah, that she felt like Denise is using this show to refix her image, and she was like, and that's not what this show is about. Actually, yes, it is. Every single last one of y'all housewives at some point in time have not been liked on this show, and y'all have used this show as a whole to help y'all image, to help y'all brand. Lisa, you can't say that out of everybody. You didn't fucking use this show to help fix your brand or to help, you know, give yourself a full scope of who you are. So cut the shit. And then right now we're at Kyle's party. I'm watching this and I'm filming in between, so I'll be back, y'all. Okay, I'm back. So We switch over to Kyle's house. Kyle is getting ready for this charity for Children's Hospital because when Mauricio was little, he had like some issues and he went to Children's Hospital a lot. While they're there and they're getting everything ready, Dorit comes over and she tells her pretty much that she talked to Camille, pretty much saying to her, girl, we about to try to bring, Camille back up on this show. So Dorit is pretty much like, girl, I don't really care what you're trying to do at the end of the day. There's nothing that you can say to me, and I feel her because Camille tried her in front of everybody and said that PK owed money. Now, do I believe that? That's not the point. The point of the matter is you tried my husband in front of me. So like Dorit said, there's nothing we can talk about. Moving on. So this is everybody getting ready for the party. So Dorit and PK is talking about the whole situation with Aaron. And I remember his name. And so PK is just saying from his experience, he needs to like fall back. You know what I mean? Then we see Eileen. Eileen looked good as fuck with like her brunette hair, whatever. She looked good. She no longer on the show, but we miss her somewhat. I do miss her because she's kind of spicy when she came on. So we got Eileen, Lisa, and Erica, or whatever, all in a ride coming together, and they're talking about Denise. And then we see Denise and Aaron in a car, and they're coming as well. And they're talking. Denise is pretty much saying that she wants to have a conversation with the girls. Give me 1 second, y'all, because it just came back on. Okay, so we move on to the actual party itself. Now, I could go on a whole 10-minute rant about this, but I'm not because the show is still on. But the fact that Kyle said she spent about 6 figures on planning and paying for the party, but they were only supposed to raise about $200,000. I better hear by the end of this damn thing that they raised the same amount of money that was put into planning it. This is the shit that people be talking about when people be talking about motherfuckers doing charitable work. It's not really charitable because Kyle, you out of your own mouth said we could have took this money and just gave it to them. Why didn't you do that? Why would you spend? Look at that ratio. You spent $1 million to go ahead and get $200,000. The fact that you have $1 million to just spend on a fucking party, it's fucking disgusting. It's disgusting. And it's a slap in the face of fucking charity. It's disgusting. There's no reason it should have cost you that much money. Kyle, your house is big and beautiful enough. I'm telling you, I know people who would have made that work with a whole lot less. That is trash. That really pissed me off, and I could really go on a whole ass rant, but I'm gonna keep going. So anyway, but again, it's for clout, not charity. Clearly. So then we get to the party. The outfit was on. It was giving me very like 1930s with the jewels dripping. Let me say how everybody looked. Erica looked cute as usual, very pulled together. I liked Rena's suit, but I wish the pants was cut a little bit different. But anyway, so we get there and Teddy gets out. I wonder if we're gonna touch on what happened. I forgot that Pop Smoke, my baby, may he rest in peace, he got killed in the house that Teddy owned. So I wonder if we're gonna touch on that anytime during the season. So anyway, so Lisa comes in, all of the girls is together, and Kyle makes it known, that Camille is here or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. So Lisa goes outside with Eileen or whatever. They see her sitting outside. They go over. Now Lisa Rinna, this is twofold. Lisa Rinna walked up to Camille and said, hello, you're an asshole on Twitter, but hello. And so when it comes back from commercial or whatever, Camille is kind of like, well, what the fuck you mean? Like, she pretty much has an attitude now, and they kind of get into like a little tiff or whatever. And it's like, okay, I get it from two folds, because Lisa Rinna on one hand didn't want to be fake about it and be like, oh hey, how you doing, girl, da da da. But at the same time, I get what Camille is saying. You don't just come up to somebody if you're one to try to make amends or try to move forward and start off like that. So 2 for 2. So Lisa walks away. So, and I also don't like how Lisa Rinna said that, like Denise, Camille doesn't take accountability for her bad behavior. What bad behavior did Denise have? Like, this is why I really believe when people say Lisa Rinna is nobody's friend. That's a fucking fact, okay? And then, you know, they shoot over and you see Garcelle, my baby. She come in with Mike, his fine chocolate ass. She knew him for 22 years. Then we see all the different celebrities come in. Kris Jenner, Kathy Hilton, which is what's her name? You know, which is what's the name's sister. Okay, and then I'm gonna get to the last part, but let me finish this last 5 minutes. Bye. Alrighty, so let's finish this off. So then we have Brandy come in. So if y'all know, Brandy been on and off the show, whatever. Do I like Brandy? Hell to the fucking no. That bitch is annoying, okay? But Brandy comes in or whatever with her friend, and Kyle says she reached out to her because she seen some video of Brandy crying, having a breakdown about, I don't know, her child or some shit like that. So she felt bad and reached out to her. Okay, so we already see how Bravo was trying to set this up, because when Denise and Aaron comes into the party or whatever, they're kind of like in the back, and so you see Brandy is the one who gets up, goes over, and you can see her tugging on Denise, and she hugs her, and she's the one who brings her over to the front with the girls. So I just wrote down real fast for everybody going, Garcelle got 5 nights in Mexico for $5,000. If that's including airfare and everything, that's pretty damn good. Dorit paid $17,000 damn dollars for some golf bullshit. Kris Jenner just gave $25K because Kris Jenner, although I do not like her family, her business acumen is outstanding. So she just gave the kids 25 bands, and then Lisa donated, I think, like $5,000. All right. So then as we keep going on, they're showing little scenes of pretty much Brandy flirting with Denise, and you know, her tugging on her and pulling on her shirt and going down her shirt. I can't wait to see how this works out. So then we have Teddy and Denise. They sit down and they try to have a conversation, but before they can even get anywhere, you know, here comes Kyle interrupting per usual with Camille. We all know that Camille, like I said, don't get along with nobody on this damn cast. So Teddy is just like, so I guess Denise is like, oh, I guess you can sit down too, and Camille's being all, oh, how are you doing, and this, that, and the third. And Teddy, I think, handled it the way that Lisa should have handled it, which is, girl, thank you, but no need for the pleasantries. I don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with me. It is what it is. It's cool. You can just leave me alone. And that's pretty much how the episode went off. I will give this night's episode, it wasn't really all that great. In all reality, it was just kind of boring, to be quite honest. But I guess we'll get into it next week. Y'all get in the comments. Tell me what y'all think. I'm out. Bye.